From Bayelsa to Rivers, Delta to Cross River, the story is painfully familiar. Communities once sustained by rich rivers and fertile farmlands are now battling pollution, poverty, and uncertainty as recurring oil spills continue to devastate lives across the Niger Delta. Official figures from the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency (NOSTRA) show that more than 400 oil spills incidents were recorded from 2023 to 2026, and the overwhelming majority occurs in the Niger Delta. In Bayelsa State, thousands of residents live in communities vulnerable to repeated oil pollution. River State has witnessed major spills in Eleme and more recently Degema, further worsening environmental concerns. Delta State has also suffered repeated incidents while communities in Cross River continue to feel the environmental impact of decades of oil exploration.
It's the fact that we have been doing it. The IYC, the INC, other Ijaw groups, we have been crying, we have been shouting. And this is what is happening to us. We have led demonstrations to different parts. We have led demonstrations on the streets of Port Harcourt to tell the world what is happening. We have led demonstrations in the streets of Yenegua. We have led people to flow stations to protest. And what do we get? The places are militarized. They shoot us. They kill us for asking for our rights. Didn't I lead a process to Obuama? And 7 of us died. Obuama flow station, whose flow station, people from Okigbene, people from Peremabiri, all those communities around there, then from the Ologai community, Okoroma communities, all of them, Diebu, all of them contribute to that flow station. And they are being oppressed. And we led a demonstration. I led it in Ports. We got there to make our protest. And they shot at us.
Our laws are designed to favor and suit oil exploration activities to the betterment of the multinational oil companies than that of the locals. I say this because if you look at the Oil in Navigable Waters Act, there are various oil acts that the federal government established. Now, take a look at the acts otherwise known as Oil in Navigable Waters Act, talk about the Oil Injection Act, talk about the Pipeline Act, and sabotage. Now, when it comes to the issue of corrosion, where you discover that the pipeline has burst, or pipeline, there is oil activities. The issue under contention is what really created this so-called environmental pollution. It is always under contention. While the locals are saying that the pipelines are corroded, the pipelines are aged. In fact, you barely see where most of these pipelines are renewed. These pipelines, some of them have been buried for a period of 50 years. Some of them have been buried for a period of 40 years. Some of them have been buried for a period of 30 years without renewal and without maintenance.
For many residents, the consequences extend far beyond polluted waterways. Rivers that once supported thriving fishing communities have become contaminated. Farmlands that fed generations now struggle to produce crops, leaving many families without sustainable sources of food or income. Experts also warn of increasing health conditions, linking prolonged exposure to oil pollution with respiratory illnesses, cancers, and other contamination-related diseases.
Basically, most of the effects have been attributed to mostly respiratory diseases, skin diseases, and of course cancers. The results of some of the studies that have been carried out are not very conclusive, but obviously it's been proven that people from the Niger Delta region have developed skin rashes, respiratory symptoms, and an increase in the number of cases of various types of cancers. Aside that, it has affected the function of our people, particularly when you talk about our activities, farming, fishing, and the like. So waters can no longer, bear the kind of fishes they used to, habit, and even the airways, the various types of birds, insects, and all that have also been decimated. And of course, it affects even the fauna, that is the vegetation and other aspects of the environment, whether the effects of this oil exploration and exploitation has even affected our, lifespan is also a point for study. But we have not actually gone into all those areas of study.
About 7 equipment failure-related oil spills in the submarine. One here, another one there. In fact,
Environmental advocates are calling for a coordinated regional response to what they describe as a prolonged environmental emergency. They want stronger environmental legislation, tougher penalties for polluters, mandatory and timely cleanup operations, and adequate compensation for affected communities. Oil companies, however, often attribute many spill incidents to pipeline vandalism, crude oil theft, and other acts of sabotage. But environmental groups argue that aging infrastructure, poor pipeline maintenance, and inadequate monitoring have also contributed significantly to the recurring spills.
look at the PIA, for example, the Petroleum Industry Act. It took several years because we don't have the majority number of representatives to push it. So it's an example. Our people should continue to agitate and speak to the conscience of other parts of the country with the hope that better late will not be never at all. So we'll keep agitating and pushing for favorable legislations to be passed or made to enable our people receive a fair share of, a mineral resource that is housed or hosted by them.
We are concerned that the oil companies' politics on oil is always to blame the communities. We want to commend the regulators, NOSRA and the Ministry of Environment, and the community people for their resilience, for standing and saying this is white is white. And Shell has been proven wrong. This is very scientific investigation. Shell has been proven wrong. And so, I want to state that most of the oil spills happening in the Niger Delta, especially in Bayelsa State, that have been attributed to third party, they are not third party spills. This one is a glaring testimony, very obvious. Keeping that apart, we want to join hands, our voice, with the people of Ikarama, the people of Okodia Kingdom, to urge Shell, if possible, the regulators should prevail on them to come and do proper remediation in the impacted environment, both the lakes, the Obron and the Oya Lake, and adjoining land, and pay adequate compensation.
You can't tell me that you sabotage an area And in the process of sabotage, where you have a fire got in the whole place, nobody died. Then at the end of the day, they keep telling you that it's sabotage from the community. I doubt that. In the next few months, probably the same thing will happen. That's to tell you that the pipes are due for change and they are all ruptured. And if at my age, I've not seen Chef coming to do any kind of a maintenance on their pipeline. Now that should tell you how long Chef has kept those pipes in the ground without changing them. And those pipes may have failed in their integrity.
Some of the equipment, the facilities of these oil companies are very old. They all have their lifespans. In Nigeria, in Niger land, they don't change them. Some has to last 10 years, some 15 years. But go back and see, you will see that most of these things have been there for more than 50 years. When oil exploration started, they did put all these facilities, pipelines, well earth here and there. And they have been there for so many years. When they expire, they will expire. There is nothing that doesn't expire. Done by human being. And then when these things blow up, when they burst and so forth, you blame communities for them.
Our weakness is failure to implement the laws to the letter. And the OIC sometimes do something very bad. They collude with some of our people, give them stipends, and continue to suffer the people of the various environments wherein they go to explore and exploit this crude oil, because they know that what they are paying out is a stipend compared to what they will get out of it. So they do embark on what we call divide and rule. They enter the community leaders, give them stipends for something they would have paid for 100 billion. They can give them 1 or maximum of 10 billion and get their way free. So that goes to weaken the implementation of our laws.
This spill has occurred over a month ago and nothing has been done, nothing tangible has been done. They just successfully trapped the environment, trapped the crime scene, and indeed the leakages is ongoing and the fishes are dying. The fishes, as the people, individuals living in the communities are dying and suffering every now and then. We call on the federal government to up their game to indeed address these issues before we run out of patience. You can see that our people are dying daily out of health issues, lifespan is reducing by the day. These are the activities that is causing such level of death and unspeakable diseases within the Ijaw territory. We are calling on the federal government to indeed address these issues, and we are calling on the IOCs to abide by the PIA laws that have been set by the federal government to ensure that compensations are being paid to those that are directly and indirectly affected, because indeed there's a rippling effect of affect. The effect is ripple. Those that are fishing are being affected, because those that are also buying the fish are being affected, market women are affected, eventually the economy of the area is being affected.
Across the Niger Delta, community leaders say delayed remediation efforts and inadequate compensation have deepened the suffering of residents already struggling with the environmental and economic consequences of pollution.
The work done on the surface that I can see, to me, is not enough. Because as you can see, it just get a topsoil and cover up the oil that's flowing, which some part of our farm here, if you excavate till a little, you see, you still find the color, the crude soaking the sand, the soil there. This thing keep happening. It's not only this pipeline of Bolo, some other pipeline and other place. You do from time to time, there will be spill on it. There was a recommendation that they said this in their report, that they already put that the section of this pool, this pipe should be changed. If that recommendation was full up, I think by now these sections should have been cut and take out and replace it, so that to stop all this leakage from time to time.
But the first thing for Shell to do is to come and remediate this land properly. Because even if they pay us that money, we will use it and it will finish, and our land will still remain the same. there when we plant something, the crops will not still grow. So my own appeal, Shell should come to this area and remediate this land properly for us, so that next year or till we die, this place will be productive. Even the lake, they should come and do proper remediation, so that we will have some of these fishes, because it is through this lake we can train our children. Some of us cannot go to school because our fathers we cannot provide this fish from this place to train to sell, so that we can use it to train our children. So with that condition, in education aspect, we are going backwardly, because we don't have the finance or what will provide the money for us to train our children. So they should come and do proper remediation.
The measurement they have taken, the original measurement, is more like a mirage. It's fake. It's not the true measurement. Urgent action should be taken. Then at the same time, I want to call on state and federal governments to deliberately make laws, policies to make pollution cases like this have a very punitive fine.
Advocacy organizations in Rivers and Delta states are now pushing for real-time pipeline surveillance systems, stricter enforcement of environmental regulations, mandatory environmental audits, and dedicated funding for community-led cleanup programs. For many, these measures represent more than policy proposals. They are a lifetime for communities fighting to reclaim their environment. The Niger Delta remains the heartbeat of Nigeria's oil industry. Yet, for millions who call the region home, the wealth beneath their soil has too often translated into polluted rivers, destroyed livelihoods, and shattered hopes. From Bayelsa to Rivers, Delta to Cross River, the demand is no longer just for cleanup. It is a call for accountability, environmental justice, and urgent action before another generation pays the price of neglect. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yanagoa.